Chapter 16 is up next in our New Moon recap. Keep watching. Welcome back to another chapter recap for the popular Twilight series. I'm Dana Ward from Clever TV, and we're continuing our countdown to the film sequel premiere on November 20th. This chapter is called Paris. This one continues with Bella struggling to get some air. She's disappointed when she recognizes the voice she hears to not be Edward's. It's Jacob, and he tells her to breathe as more water fills her lungs, making his order impossible. Bella mistakes Jake hitting her back, trying to get the water out of her, for a rock smacking her. Suddenly, Bella realizes that she's been pulled to land, and others, including Sam, are around trying to help. When she's able to speak out, Bella is carried inside to get out of the cold, and she sees a flash of fire far out in the bay. Is this a real image or her imagination? Jacob reveals his anger for Bella to choose to cliff dive alone, especially as a hurricane is brewing. She asks if they've found Victoria, but he explains that the vampire took off into the water where her type, the vampire, has an advantage, and suddenly she brings up that Sam said something about the hospital. She's worried. Who got hurt? Apparently, Harry Clearwater had a heart attack, making Bella feel badly that she made others worry about her when more serious things were happening. Jake and Bella hang out on the couch for a bit, and she notices that he looks as tired as she feels. Jake soon drifts off into sleep. Bella just can't move, even to get a much-needed drink of water, so she begins to think about Juliet. What if Romeo had moved on and disappeared? What would Juliet have done? Bella is sure that she would have not moved on, but perhaps she would have married Paris to please her parents. And then Bella starts to think, what if Paris was Juliet's best friend? Quite obviously comparing him to Jacob. Now, Bella then remembers that there was something familiar with the splash of color on the water earlier, but before she can figure out, she hears a car pull up with people getting out and coming in through the door. It's Billy, and it's quite obvious that he's very upset about Harry, saying that Charlie is still at the hospital helping to make arrangements. Jake goes to get the truck, helps Bella into it, and drives her home. Jacob says that he's not going home because Victoria is still roaming the land. Now, when they arrive at Bella's home, Jacob embraces Bella really tightly, and she likes how it feels. Bella thinks about if Edward would want her to be happy under the current circumstances. Wouldn't Edward want her to give the love he doesn't even want to her best friend Jacob? Suddenly she hears Edward's voice say, "Be happy." Just as quickly as she feels happy to hear the voice, Jacob slams the truck door shut to lock them inside. He reveals that he can smell a vampire. Jake is on a mission to get Bella out of there, but she recognizes a black Mercedes parked across the street, and she tells him to stop. It's Carlisle's car, and she urges him to stay calm because it's just the Cullens. But Jacob wonders if it might be a trick, so he refuses to take her back. He gets out of the car saying, "Bye, Bella, I hope you don't die." Wow. She decides to drive back to her house, again wondering if it's a trick, but she enters the house anyway. And as she's searching for the light switch, Bella remembers what Jake had said earlier and realizes that it was Victoria that was the fire on the water she had seen earlier. If Sam had not been in the harbor with Jacob and Bella, it would have been game over. Suddenly, the house fills with light without Bella even switching it on. End of chapter. I still have goosebumps thinking about how Victoria was right there when Jake saved Bella from the choppy water. Why do you think she didn't attack right then, even with the vampire advantage in the water? And the first time you read New Moon, who did you think was waiting for Bella at her house? Leave your comments below. Here at Clever TV, we're going to keep doing the New Moon recaps, so make sure you check back every day until the film debuts on November 20th. Also, be sure to check back for all of your Twilight Saga news and gossip. Thanks for watching the show. I'm Dana Ward.